Putri Aziza. Here I will do a reading assessment. In figure 2.10c, we can tell that the car slows as it moves to the right because its displacement between adjacent images decreases with time. This scale suggests the car moves to the right with a negative acceleration, and the lag of the velocity around decreases in time and eventually reaches zero. From this diagram, we see that the acceleration and velocity around are not in the same direction. The car is moving with a positive velocity but with a negative acceleration. This type of motion is exhibited by a car that skids to a stop after its brakes are applied. The velocity and acceleration are in opposite direction. In terms of our earlier force discussion, imagine a force pulling on the car opposite to the direction it is moving. It slows down. Its partial acceleration around its part B and C of figure 2.10 is the same like. Therefore, this diagram represents motion of a particle under constant acceleration. This important analysis model will discuss is in the next section. Quick quiz 2.5. Which one on the following statement is true? A. If a car is traveling eastward, its acceleration must be eastward. B. If a car is slowing down, its acceleration must be negative. C. A particle with constant acceleration can never stop and stay stopped. 2.6. Analytic model. Particle under constant acceleration. If the acceleration of a particle varies in time, its motion can be complex and difficult to analyze, a very common and simple type of one-dimensional motion. However, a state in which the acceleration is constant. In such a case, the average acceleration IXIVG over any time interval is numerically equal to the instantaneous acceleration IX at any instant within the interval, and the velocity changes at the same rate throughout the motion. This situation occurs often enough that we identify it as an analytic model, the particle under constant acceleration. In the discussion that follows, we generate several equations that describe the motion of a particle for this model. If you replace Ix, IVG, Bix in equation 2.9 and take Te equals 0 and Tf to be any later time T, we find that Ix equals Vxf minus Vxe divided T minus 0. Vxf equals Vxe plus Ixt from constant Ix. This powerful expression enables us to determine an object velocity at any time t if we know the object initial velocity Vxe and its constant acceleration Ix. A velocity time graph for this constant acceleration motion is shown in figure 2.11b. The graph is straight line. The slope of it is the acceleration Ix. The constant slope is coincident with Ix equal dVx divided dt being a constant. Notice that the slope is positive, which indicates a positive acceleration. If the acceleration were negative, the slope of the line in figure 2.11b would be negative. When the acceleration is constant, the curve of acceleration versus time, figuration 2.11c, is a straight line having a slope of 0. Because velocity at constant acceleration varies linearly in time according to equation 2.13, we can express the average velocity in any time interval as the arithmetic mean of the initial velocity Vxe and the final velocity Vxf. Vxavg equal Vxe plus Vxf divided 2 for constant Ix. Notice that this expression for average velocity applies only in situations in which the acceleration is constant. We can now use equation 2.1, 2.2, and 2.14 to obtain the position of an object as a function of time. Recalling that delta x in equation 2.2 represents f minus xe and recognizing that delta t equal tf minus te equal t mean 0 equal t, we find that xf minus xe equal vxavg t equal 1 divided 2 vxe plus vxft. xf equal xe plus 1 divided 2 vxe plus vxft for constant ax. This equation provides the final position of the particle at time t in terms of the initial and final velocities. We can obtain another useful expression for the position of a particle under constant acceleration by substituting equation 2.13 into equation 2.15. xv equal xe plus 1 divided 2 vxe plus vxe plus ixt t. xf equal xe plus vxet plus 1 divided 2 ixt for constant ax. This equation provides the final position of the particle at time t in terms of the initial position, the initial velocity, and the constant acceleration. The position, time, graph formation, and constant positive acceleration shown in figure 2.11a is obtained from equation 2.16. Notice that the curve is a parabola. The slope of the tangent line to this curve at t equal 0 equals the initial velocity vxe, and the slope of the tangent line at any later time t equal the velocity vxf at that time. Finally, we can obtain an expression for the final velocity that does not contain time as a variable by substituting the value of t from equation 2.13 into equation 2.15. xf equal xe plus 1 divided 2 vxe plus vxf minus vxt divided ix equal xe plus vxf mean vxe divided 2a. Vxf equal Vxe plus 2Ix, Xf minus Xe for constant Ix. This equation provides the final velocity in terms of the initial velocity, the constant acceleration, and the position of the particle. For motion at zero acceleration, we see from equation 2.13 and 2.16 that Vxf equal Va equal Vx, Xf equal Xe plus Vxt when Ax equals 0. That is when the acceleration of a particle is 0, its velocity is constant and its position changes linearly with time. In terms of model, when the acceleration of a particle is 0, The particle under constant acceleration model reduced to the particle under constant velocity model, section 2.3. Equation 2.13 through 2.17 are kinematic equations that may be used to solve any problem involving a particle under constant acceleration is one dimension. These equations are listed together for convenience of page 38. The choice of which equation used in a given situation depends on what you know beforehand. Sometimes it is necessary to use two of these equations to solve for two unknowns. You should recognize that the quantities that vary during the motion are position, xf, velocity, vxf, and time t. You will gain a great deal of experience in the use of the equation by solving a number of exercises and problems. Many times you will discover that more than one method can be used to obtain a solution. Remember that this equation of kinematic cannot be used in a situation in which the acceleration varies with time. It can be used only when the acceleration is constant. Thank you.